Our top story on the Night Beat, questioning Austin police tactics during a New Year's Eve DWI stop. The Night Beat's Jim Bergamo is live at APD headquarters. And Jim, you talked to the accuser and Austin police today.
That's correct, Terry, and like most cases of alleged police abuse, the accuser has his side of the story, and the police, for the moment, have a different version of the events. However, in this case, there is video which may help the viewers determine which side is telling the truth. This is cell phone video shot across the street from the gas and convenience store on Lamar and 10th Street. It shows police taking down 34-year-old Antonio Beeler early New Year's morning. Beeler was returning home from a New Year's Eve party. He was the designated driver. While stopped for gas, he noticed police performing a DWI stop on a woman.
We hear a loud scream, and we look over, and we see the cop violently yanking the female out of the car to her knees onto the ground, and she's screaming. And the other cop ran up, and they both sort of grabbed her arms. Her hands were behind her back like this, straight out. And they lifted her up by her arms, and it just looked extremely painful.
Beeler and his friend began taking these pictures. He said one of the officers then marched toward him and asked,
"What the hell are you taking pictures for?" Something along those lines. And my response was, "I'm allowed to. Public official, public place." He said I was interfering with the investigation. I said I never got in the way of the investigation. And then at some point he pushed me into the truck, by the chest. And once he had me pinned up against the back of the truck, he kept leaning in, he kept pushing me.
The officer accused Beeler of spitting in his face. Beeler denies it. Beeler put an ad out on Craigslist for anyone who may have witnessed the incident. Someone responded and provided this video, which appears to support Beeler's version of events. APD disagrees.
Beeler was in the officer's face, and the officer kind of put his hand on his shoulder to try to back him up, and at that time is when Beeler spit in the face of Officer Borski. At that time, he was placed under arrest for harassment of a public servant, which is a third-degree felony.
Actually, before that charge, Beeler was taken to the BAT bus and asked to take a breathalyzer.
I was really interested to see what it was going to be, since I hadn't been drinking.
But he was probably taken to the BAT bus so that Borski could do the paperwork down there to complete his DWI arrest.
Why would they make him blow?
Maybe. I don't know.
Beeler is a West Point graduate, an Army Ranger, and Iraqi war veteran. He says he knows what it means to serve and has great respect for police. But he says these two officers crossed the line.
Oh, I want to see this cop actually both cops reprimanded, disciplined, maybe even fired. I saw a woman getting assaulted by the police, what looked like police abuse, and I decided to speak up and to take pictures, and I think that that's every person's right.
Now, Beeler says he is considering legal action, but first he says he's concentrating on getting the charges dismissed. APD says he must first file a complaint with its Internal Affairs Department. Reporting live at APD headquarters in downtown Austin, Jim Bergamo, KVUE News Night Beat.
We'll continue to follow it, Jim. Thank you.
A former military officer witnesses what he believes is police brutality and tries to intervene, but instead gets himself arrested. It happened New Year's Eve just after midnight at the intersection of 10th and Lamar. Another man across the street took video of the entire incident, raising questions tonight about whether two Austin police officers acted irresponsibly. This is the man Austin police have charged with felony harassment of a public servant. KITV's Lisa Lee Kelly talked to him and police today. She joins us live at the 7-Eleven where this all went down Saturday night. Lisa?
Well, Judy, the man police arrested is a war veteran who graduated from West Point, and he tells KITV he was just trying to help a woman who he believes was being mistreated by Austin police.
We rolled up right here, right to where that blue Chevy is, and started pumping gas.
Just after midnight on New Year's Day, Antonio Beeler was out for the evening as the designated driver with a friend, stopping at this 7-Eleven at 10th and Lamar. On the street, Austin police had pulled over a car carrying two women, conducting a field sobriety test on the driver with her friend still inside.
All of a sudden we just hear a very violent scream, and we turn around and we see this pretty muscular cop, dark-haired cop, just yanking this woman right out of the car.
For this West Point officer who served in Kosovo and Iraq, instinct to protect kicked in.
We immediately start taking pictures. We try to. So we pull up our cameras, start taking pictures. Yeah, I was yelling at them. I was saying, why are you hurting her? What has she done?
But then the police officer turned and came toward Antonio.
He's basically asking, who do you think you are? Why you taking pictures? And my basic response was, I'm allowed to. It's a public property. You're a public official.
What happened next depends on who you ask. The APD affidavit written by the officer said Beeler spit on him, which is grounds for arrest. Beeler, who left military life for an MBA at Stanford before moving to Austin to teach middle school, insists he never did such a thing.
So they dragged me down to the ground. I saw what they did to the poor girl.
This video, taken by a bystander across the street, shows the officer taking Beeler down. He was handcuffed only after the officer threatened to tase him.
I would not get involved in police action unless they were doing something heinous, such as manhandling a woman who was no threat to society, no threat to them. These two cops in particular were extremely aggressive, almost like they had a point to prove.
Beeler has already filed a complaint with APD and is hiring an attorney.
It will be a thorough, complete investigation to determine if there was misconduct on part of the officers.
Beeler was charged with a felony harassment of a public servant. KITV has requested the dash cam video from those APD patrol units, but APD has not yet made that available to us. Reporting live, I'm Lisa Lee Kelly, KITV News.
Thank you, Lisa. So did police act inappropriately, or was Antonio Beeler wrong to get involved? Judge for yourself. You can see the entire YouTube video on our website, weareaustin.com.
Why are you touching me?